When it comes to Star Wars, there's a treasure trove of interesting characters to explore. Take former Jedi Padawan, Ahsoka Tano. The Torgrunta female really made a name for herself during the Clone Wars as a fierce fighter and a leader amongst the rebels. That's why we're breaking down everything you need to know about Ahsoka Tano. Number 10. George Lucas chose her name and decided that she would be Anakin's apprentice. The original direction of the Clone Wars almost had the show centered around a crew in space with some Jedi included in the mix. This was shifted to cover more major characters within the Clone Wars time period. In regards to her origins, Ahsoka had an encounter with an imposter Jedi prior to officially joining the Jedi Order. The producer of the show, Dave Filoni, revealed more details about the abandoned story, like how the imposter would be a Zagarian bounty hunter who planned to kidnap Ahsoka. Speaking of her name, she was almost named Ashla instead of Ahsoka. It was George Lucas who both chose the name Ahsoka after Ahsoka the Great, the Indian emperor of the Mauryan dynasty, and decided that she would be Anakin's apprentice. Ahsoka Tano was a former Jedi Padawan who, after the Clone Wars, helped establish a network of various rebel cells against the Galactic Empire. A Torgrunta female, Tano was discovered on her homeworld of Shili by Jedi Master Plo Koon, who brought her to the Jedi Temple in Coruscant to receive Jedi training. Following the outbreak of the Clone Wars, Jedi Grand Master Yoda assigned the young Tano to the Padawan learner of Jedi Knight Anakin Skywalker, who nicknamed her Snips when she joined the Battle of Christophsis. Whereas Tano was eager to prove herself, Skywalker had a reputation for recklessness, and they had a rather difficult start as master and apprentice. Yet they worked together to rescue Rada, the son of crime lord Jabba the Hutt Tiori, and return Rada to his father, thus facilitating a crucial alliance between the Hutt clan and the Galactic Republic. Number 9. Her people are more receptive to the Force. There are certain characteristics/traits that make the Torgudas, name of Ahsoka's species, stand apart from others. For instance, they are said to have better balance overall. It is also a false stereotype that they have poisonous teeth due to their biting and killing rodents called Thimiar. Additionally, Star Wars: The Old Republic shows how the Torgudas are more receptive to the Force. For starters, they value tribal unity and putting others before themselves, so they would have no qualms with the Jedi Order. Their horns, known as Montrals, give them a slight edge as they can pick up ultrasonic waves. Number 8. She dueled Darth Maul during the Clone Wars and Rebel series. One of the most beloved and infamous of the Sith, Darth Maul resurfaced after his initial appearance in The Phantom Menace. In the Clone Wars and the Rebel series, Ahsoka and Darth Maul actually met and dueled on 2 separate occasions. The first of these was in the Rebel series, not long before Ahsoka and her former master, Anakin, now turned to the dark side, reunited. The second of these took place in the Clone Wars during the Siege of Mandalore, where she was actually able to best the Dathomirian. Dave Filoni expressed how Ahsoka had to gather all her strength and skill to be a match for Darth Maul. Hesitant to kill her, Maul disarmed her and tried to turn Ahsoka in order to defeat Emperor Palpatine. Despite this, Ahsoka took control of her fear, disarmed and captured the overconfident Darth Maul. In the end, she could have killed them, but chose to save her friend Captain Rex instead. Number 7. Her last interaction with Anakin was prior to saving Palpatine. Being his apprentice, it was interesting to think of where Ahsoka was during the last moments as a Jedi, and what their last interaction entailed. In the Ahsoka novel, it was revealed that their last encounter was just before Anakin and Obi-Wan raced off to save Palpatine from General Grievous in Revenge of the Sith. Anakin showed concern for his former Padawan at that moment, despite her confidence and insistence that there was no need. The next time they saw each other would be when Anakin Skywalker was no more, and Darth Vader was born. Number 6. She faked her death to avoid Order 66. Ahsoka Tano faked her death at the end of Star Wars: The Clone Wars for more reasons than one. But the final episode of the series, the state of the galaxy is worse off than it was during the Clone Wars. Darth Sidious came from the shadows, overthrowing the Republic and establishing the Galactic Empire in its stead. He also called the destruction of the Jedi and their supporters, which immediately put a target on Ahsoka's back. She had to make a daring choice to save her life and begin a new one under his rule. They even went so far as to create a fake grave marker for Captain Rex, tying the two together. The grave markings claim that his last moments were spent killing Ahsoka, who even left her lightsabers behind to make the display more believable. Number 5. She left the Jedi Order for a time. One of Ahsoka Tano's most important moments was when she chose to leave the Jedi Order. This came after she was wrongly accused and convicted by the Jedi Council for an attack in the Jedi Temple that resulted in the deaths of many Jedi and Padawans. Anakin Skywalker led the investigation, proving her innocence, but when the Jedi Council offered to take her back, she declined. Despite this, she would keep her ties to Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda as well, and the Jedi in general. When it came time for the rebellion, she had no interest in joining until Bail Organa, Princess Leia's father, convinced her. It was her decision that also led many to think she could be a Grey Jedi. Number 4. Ahsoka used her power with the light side to purify her lightsaber's kyber crystal. What reinforces the idea of Ahsoka being a Grey Jedi for many is her use of the white lightsabers, something no other Jedi in the canon wields. In the Legends Expanded Universe, it is revealed that the white lightsabers were used by Force users who served the Fel Empire, known as Imperial Knights. Ahsoka Tano had to leave her lightsabers behind in order to evade Order 66. It was only later on that the new kyber crystals called out to her. After tracing these crystals to their source, she encountered and fought the Sixth Brother, a dark side Force user. Whereas he had bled the crystals to give them their red color, Ahsoka used her power with the light side to purify them, turning them white. This is another illustration of Ahsoka's deep connection to the light side of the Force. Number 3. She's able to deactivate lightsabers with the Force. Another one of the very unique things about Ahsoka Tano is the ability to deactivate lightsabers with the Force. Only a few others are able to do this, including Yoda, one of the best Jedi Masters, and the Son, a living embodiment of the Force. Yoda uses this ability against Asajj Ventress, and the Son uses it against various Jedi in the Clone Wars Mortis arc. She utilizes this skill in Rebels when facing off against the Seventh Sister, taking her opponent by surprise. This truly cements her high standing and capability as one of the greatest Jedi, as this ability is seen in so few others. Number 2. Her headdress can only be worn by one who single-handedly faced and defeated an Akul. The Montrals give the Torguda people an edge of sorts, but the origin of the headdress above them is even more noteworthy. Another Jedi who sports the same headdress is Jedi Master Shaak Ti. This headpiece comes from an Akul, a large, four-legged creature that causes mayhem on the Torguda homeworld. Tradition dictates that the headdress can only be worn by one who has single-handedly faced and defeated an Akul. While it is not clear exactly when Ahsoka defeated one, it is believed that it was done sometime during her childhood, after joining the Jedi Order before meeting Anakin. Number 1. She successfully injured Darth Vader during their fight. The closeness of Ahsoka and Anakin had a Padawan and Master made it even more emotional when they finally did meet. This closeness is seen in how Ahsoka even knew about Anakin's past, and probably knew about his and Padme's relationship. Their post-Order 66 reunion came during Star Wars Rebels, where an epic duel ensued. Darth Vader is one of the more powerful Force users out there, which makes the result of this fight even more incredible. As Vader threatens her with Urza's safety, Ahsoka expresses her outrage, stating that her former master could never be as vile as him. Vader replies that Anakin Skywalker was weak, and that he had destroyed him. Tano then vows to avenge Anakin's death. When Vader retorts that revenge is not the Jedi way, Ahsoka states that she is no Jedi. Ahsoka Tano is able to match Vader in the fight, and even destroys half of his mask in the process. Let us know in the comments what your favorite Ahsoka Tano moment is. As always, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out on any new content. This has been our breakdown of everything you need to know about Ahsoka Tano.